Ganz da oben.
This describes something nearby. A lone sentry stands guard over me and his harvest.
Irgendwo hier. Man kann immer von sich selbst aus immer noch keinen Wegpunkt platzieren. Was ist denn das eigentlich für ein Dünnsches? Ah, das wird hier sein. 100%ig hier.
Gotcha.
Ja. Das war klar.
Born to famine, raised in rebellion, orphaned but never alone, he rises as the sun.
Mama says it upsets the waterfall's waka if I play in the cave. She just thinks it's too dangerous, even though there's all kinds of neat stuff in there. Digga, der spricht aber mit seinen Alpaka über seine Beziehungsprobleme. Auch nicht schlecht. Scheiße, was ist denn hier los?
Hi, hello.
See anything that you like?
Kann ich vielleicht ein bisschen Kohle nochmal machen?
Very good. The gods favor us both.
So, Messer-Upgrade.
Here you go.
Und der Beutel reicht auch. Sehr gut.
The gods favor us both.
Nicer, dicer.
Come back soon.
Jetzt können wir es öffnen.
Of November, 1603. With a local man as a guide, Lopez, the soldiers, and I set out from the city before first light. Just as well, as a terrible flu began to spread through the population. Lopez is convinced his artifact does not lie in the city itself, but somewhere just outside. I asked if it was not somewhat hypocritical to enlist the help of those loathsome people. Do not loathe them, he said, any more than you would these molosses. They are all creations of the Lord our God, as are we. I told him I was stunned to hear him speak in this fashion, but he took my hands and we prayed. The energy of his faith ran from him to me until I felt the chains of doubt fall from my heart.
Schon mal, so direkt Nummer 1. So. Jetzt machen wir aber auch gleich mit der Hauptstory weiter. Die ganze Zeit hier rumrennen und Sachen einsammeln ist jetzt auch nicht das Ding, ja. Wollen ja auch sehen, wie die Story weitergeht.
The Inca use a combination of freeze-drying and salt to preserve just about anything edible. Charqui and chunos are basically meat and potatoes. Delicious.
Das sieht auch lecker aus. Gefriertrocken und Salz. Das sieht einfach aus wie Trockenfleisch. Ich wechsle aber zu den Klamotten, die wir anhatten. Die haben wir auch von der Story-Mission hier gerade bekommen. Deswegen bleibe ich erstmal mit denen. Dürfen wir gar nicht durch. Ja, von hier aus.
Hakan! What is this?
Cultist, waiting for their deity to appear. When the catastrophes come, the god Kukulkan must be sacrificed to power the sun. Otherwise the world dies.
Sacrifice a god?
The sacrifice is my duty. But this cult leader will take my place and attempt to become the god. He believes we can remake the world and live in a paradise of his design.
Remake the world.
What?
I've heard those words before.
There he is.
I know him. That's Dr. Dominguez.
Behold! The instrument of our unity and salvation! Soon, our dreams of peace and safety will be realized!
They already call him Kukulkan. But his real name is Amaru. He was born here, but raised, lied to, by outsiders. The people believe in him.
But you don't.
My late husband, Saidi, was his brother. They had differences over the future of Paititi. When Saidi died, Amaru devoted himself to the cult.
You have seen the storm. You are worried about worse to come. I assure you that Paititi will persevere and thrive forever!
I know him well. If Amaru is successful, all of us who disagree will never see this paradise. The rebels will be discarded.
Not if they don't find the box.
Yes. Our best hope is to find it first. Perhaps Amaru might still be brought to see love and reason.
Death to the outsiders!
Retribution will come!
Hakan! Enough!
We must strike while the snake is within reach.
Justice will be met in good time. Do not jeopardize our rebellion for the sake of impulse. Edsley, go scout ahead. We'll meet you at the edge of the mountain. Last warning. Go. Follow Edsley. Your clothing won't hide you long from these guards.
Okay, I'll find the box.
You've been warned to keep the peace.
I was just out for a pleasant stroll with my son.
Amaru is losing his patience.
It won't happen again.
All right.
Jonah, can you answer?
Yeah.
Dr. Dominguez is originally from Paititi. Trinity has had a presence in Paititi since the 1600s. The former leader of the High Council, Gualtiero de Luca Dominguez, an Italian cardinal, saw great potential in a little boy and trained him, like a son, to be his replacement. He moved up in the ranks until he became the leader of the High Council. He has lived most of his life outside of Paititi, returning often but not staying long. His real name is Amaru, but as the high priest of the cult in Paititi, many people call him by his honorary title, Kukulkan. He has brought the key of Shakshel home from Cozumel and has assured his people he will use it to protect them. Amaru wants the silver box of Ishel to protect Paititi from the encroaching dangers of the outside world. But already he is being tempted by the possibility of remaking the world in his own image.
Nix
Just
gut.
set up camp. Everything's okay.
Dominguez is here. He's the leader of the cult of Kukulkan. That's what Unuratu's rebels are fighting.
What?
He's been here for years. Trinity controls Paititi.
Whoa.
I'm going to the Eye of the Serpent. We have to get the box before the next cataclysm hits.
Oh, das ist alles nicht so toll.
Me and Edsley used to play together all the time, but I haven't seen him around a lot lately. I understand why, I think. He has important things to do, important for all of us here. But I miss him. No one could throw a stone farther across the river.
Jetzt wird eine Freundin. Eine kleine Freundin. Die hat ganz andere Pflichten zu machen. Zu erledigen.
A heavy-breasted woman wearing serpents around her waist. This is Kuatlikyu, whose name literally means skirt of snakes. She's also called Tetio Inen, the mother of the gods. She gave birth to the moon and the stars, and had over 400 children, including the sun god, Huitzilopochtli, who was also god of war. In addition to being a mother, she's seen as the devourer of all that lives. It's said that she was herself sacrificed to bring about this current age of creation.
The fuck, Alter. Komplett crazy. Ja, und hier brauchen wir wahrscheinlich wieder den Dietrich. Den wir noch nicht haben.
This depicts the story of Viracocha, the father of all creation. He formed the heavens, the earth, the sun and stars, the moon, time itself, and all living beings, including the other gods. At first, Viracocha was considered to be the supreme god of the Inca, but with time that honor passed to his son, Inti, the god of the sun. Still, Viracocha retained his link to the sea. His name literally means fat or foam of the sea.
Viracocha. Indi ist der Gott der Sonne. Er wurde den Titel seines Vaters genommen. Beziehungsweise er hat ihn übergeben. Ja, immer noch Dietrich. Unnötig eigentlich hier hinzuschwimmen. Trotzdem wollte ich gucken, ob es vielleicht eine andere Truhe ist. Boah, Fehlanzeige.
After the long dry season, when the rains finally fell, the rats left their burrows looking for more food. They brought with them pests. Those afflicted bleed from their ears and nose and died in terrible pain and terrible numbers, leaving many once populous cities empty.
Boah. Das haben wir ja außer Black Tail gelernt, ne? Pest, die schwarze Pest. Ratten und sowas, die hier wahrscheinlich die Überträger waren. Das ist schon heavy, Alter. Das ist auch nochmal ein Monolith. Das ist auch in die Richtung. Schwarze Pest, wie war das andere? Justianische Pest? Grausame Zeiten gewesen. So ging's den Leuten ja auch.
This describes something nearby. Canals bring water to the arid parts of the village, and they washed me away.
Was müssen wir hier machen? Ach, das ist nur diese eine Challenge, ist okay. Also da haben wir wahrscheinlich nichts damit machen. Zumindest noch nichts.
Have you come here to escape the bustle of the city? I swear, it gets louder and more crowded every day. The people are changing as well. They desire more and more, be it food or clothing or jewelry. Their eyes dart inside the homes of their neighbors, longing for the items they see. No one seems to be able to find contentment with what they have. It's too much. Sometimes I dream of sneaking away.
Das klingt genauso wie heute.
One of these boats and paddling up the river. I would do that, but this place is all I've ever known. It would be a huge decision. I think I'll need to keep thinking about it. Thank you for listening. I feel as though a cloud has parted.
Oh.
This should come in handy. Someone's taking this old walkie-talkie apart. Were they making an attempt at reverse engineering, I wonder?
Huh. Was haben wir eigentlich hier? Das ist, glaube ich, auch wieder eine Krypta, ne? Dorfhöhlen.
Unuratu approached the throne through the crowd. She walked beside it, but did not sit. Why do we continue to believe this lie? She asked the crowd. Kukulkan controls this city, and I will no longer wear a smile and pretend it is any different. I will not be his puppet, trotted out to wave and smile. The guards cut her off quickly and ushered her away. Then they advanced, with weapons drawn to disperse the crowds.
Scheint es aber auch noch nicht weiterzugehen. Oder man kommt woanders dahin. Aber hier ist erstmal noch kein Weg. Egal, wir machen auf Story weiter. Zumindest was Luis. Dann wir wahrscheinlich gleich wieder ablenken lassen von irgendwas. So viel zu erkunden. Eins von 3 Kipos runtergeholt. Kipos, was war denn das? Ist doch das hier. Ach, hier wird sich gewaschen. Auf ganz entspannt.
Sasini! The cast out knows the minds of the gods. Show me a sign.
The protectors failed, and are now doomed to recover what they lost.
Missionsgeber.
Are you Pisco the Dead?
You can see me? At last, Pisco is seen. Are you also dead, Ishiki?
No. So you are Pisco the Dead?
I am Pisco, servant of the gods.
I'm Lara.
Lara. Nice name, Lara. You are not dead.
Neither are you.
Oh, but I am. As a child, I was to be sacrificed. I was brought to the mountain. The ritual was completed, but...
But you survived.
Only my body. I am dead to all my friends and family. I live by the offerings that are left for me.
I met a boy who says Pisco stole his dice.
Taki? He's the son of a very arrogant noble. He insisted we play a game. He lost. I don't have many things, but I won those dice fair and square. If you want, I'll play you for them. Do you want to play a game?
What's the game?
Talk to 5 people who have been cast out. Hear their wisdom, and tell me why Taki lost. And I'll give you the dice.
I can do that.
Mit 5 Verstoßenen reden. Ist auch wieder so eine Konquistatorenkiste. Auch wieder nicht öffnen.
Patoli is said to be one of the oldest games in America, played by all walks of life. Players were known to gamble all of their worldly possessions over a single round, from blankets and precious stones to their homes and even their family's freedom. The god of art and games, Makwul Shokdal, is considered an active participant in the game, responsible with bestowing offerings upon the winner. So much on the line for a simple game. Some things never do change.
Das stimmt. Mit was für Verstoßenen müssen wir hier reden? Fünf Verstoßenen reden.
It is busy today. Kukulkan may have promised we'll thrive, but many make their own offerings.
Save ist hier wieder Nest oben. Ja.
The Aztec used these to burn incense so they could communicate with the gods. Still smells of copal.
Nach Kopal.
The peak of this mountain is hidden behind thick clouds. I can't be sure what these 2 smaller hills on either side of the mountain are supposed to represent.
Unuratu and her rebels are the true sons and daughters of Paititi, if you're asking. I'm not the only one who thinks it either. Just the only one with the guts to say it, apparently. The cleansing is upon us, and it should be Unuratu's line that sacrifices Kukulkan to restore the sun, and not the other way around. But thoughts like that have a way of getting people dead, so it's no wonder they aren't voiced.
Es wird aber absolut nicht gesagt, wo du diese Leute findest.
Where is my mother?
She's settling matters between the guards and her Khan.
What's it like outside Paititi?
Well, a lot of things. It's a very big world.
Bigger than Paititi?
Bigger than 100 Paititis.
What? Will you take me there?
I think your mother might have something to say about that.
What you're looking for is in there.
How will I know when I found the right chamber?
By the smell of death. If you survive, you can find your way back through the old irrigation system. I'll meet you there. Be careful. The cult often patrols there.
All right.
A ceremonial whistle used during human sacrifices. The sound emitted from the skull-shaped instrument has been compared to the tormented screams of the dying and the dead. Its shrill cry is said to clear a path to the underworld for the recently deceased. The death whistle has also been used as an instrument of war, its cry striking fear into the heart of the unknowing enemy.
The fuck?
The surging population and lack of civil planning caused the settlement many problems. Farmers clear-cut jungle to use the fertile riverbanks for their crops, resulting in a devastating flood in the first heavy rains. Overhunting forced hunters to travel ever further to find game. Several groups, each vying for a controlling interest in the settlement, debated, often fiercely, on the best manner of solving these problems. This is a formidable weapon. Heavy wood lined with sharp obsidian teeth. It could easily stop an unarmored enemy. And if the bloodstains are any indication, it has.
Oh, ja. Üble Waffe gewesen. Junge, wie die sich damals so abgeschlachtet haben, ne? Da fühlt man sich doch direkt wieder richtig wohl, ne?
Right.
Will ich schon sagen, dass hier noch nie jemand zurückkam. Ich fühle mich richtig eingeladen. Kann ja nicht so schlimm werden. Alles total entspannt hier.
I don't think anything could have prepared me for this place. The people, their history, everything they've lived and who they are today. To hear him tell it, Amaru, Dominguez, Kukulkan only wants to keep Paititi safe. But I've seen the lengths he'll go to, the murder and cruelty. I have to stop him.
So geht's natürlich nicht. Ja, sehr schön. Das ist doch sehr schön.